Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Now Goff on first down. Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. And they've been excellent against the pass, the #6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Here we go. 180. Mike 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go. D, let's go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 180.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 80. 56. I'm trying to collect.
Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Caught by the tight end Ertz. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 7 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Play action, Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for goal. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 28. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 22 carries, 114 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go. 20. Check. Walk 54. Come on. You better bring it.
On first down, it's gone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. And this one's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Goff. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Badgley's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Reddick light on his feet. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Goff. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's look at David Johnson. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The throw over the middle, taken in. 23 yards, the final tally. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Goff. He finds Humphreys. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will push the lead up to 5. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and the lead is now 2. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. Let's go, tonight. Like 20. 54. First down. Check back, check back.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again. Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Gone. He gets it to Humphreys. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphreys. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyrell Williams. As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 10-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. Third down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going up top for Miller. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
120. 6-man. Check girls.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. His throw incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Screenplay, Johnson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
56, the mic, boy, 56. Check, 56. Man, let's get that wrong, man. Let's get that wrong.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's taken to the 26. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Goff now looking to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
A gain of 6 there on first. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Here we go. Mark 54.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Roberts has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Todd Gurley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They go to Johnson again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility that people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Eagles 22, Bengals 13.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on!
Throwing on 3rd, gone. It's caught, Humphreys. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
A quick throw there out to Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Throwing again is Goff. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
120! 54! I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, letting one go deep for Roberts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sheldon Rankins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. There's Garoppolo to throw. This is Miller, complete. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the toss, here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them need up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On the counter, Gurley. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Gurley. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff going to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by a field goal, 1:37 remaining. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Go! Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, it stays up. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this from 37. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 6. 55 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Go ahead.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.